Okay, so before we get started, let's talk about these sharp looking hubs that me and Max are rocking. These are the traditional Evolve relay hubs, which have been on their website for quite a long time, and they're actually on sale for only $7.50. They also have quite an amount of different selections when it comes to colors, and they also have their Surge line, which is their new Haitian hubs. These are a different pattern with a lot cooler designs, but these don't particularly fit a 47T pulley. These particular hubs right here are from meepo. Meepo actually has a 60 and a 55T availability. I painted these multicolors and it came out pretty awesome in my personal opinion. And since I have so many extra hubs sitting around, I painted some regular Evolve wheels a mint color. So if you like what you see, just go to your nearest Walmart or Target or AutoZone and get some good quality bold spray paint. But there's a reason why I'm sticking with the old school hubs and the meepo Hurricane hubs. It's because of their pulley size. Now, some of you may know, every pulley fits a particular hub. So all the way to the left, you have the Evolve 47T. Next to it, you have the meepo 55T. Then you have the Diamond Dozen China-based 58 or 60T, which comes with most production 2-in-1 boards. Now, with my personal preference, I prefer a smaller pulley. So that's why I utilize the Evolve hubs a lot to use those 47T pulleys. I also use 47T with my onsra Black R3. And utilizing 7-inch will give me that higher speed that I'm looking for. Now, when I mention higher speed, I'm not just talking about straight line, top speed, going as fast as I possibly can. That's not exactly what I'm talking about. In fact, straight line, top speed is not really my thing, never has been. I'm talking about when you're steadily doing 18 to 20 miles per hour and you need to yank the throttle and you need to actually go faster just to keep up or beat traffic, or you're simply having fun with your friends and you need to just yank on the throttle and get out of there. If you're utilizing 60T or 66T pulleys, you're not gonna have any more power left in the board if you're utilizing such a big pulley. With 47T or 55T, you'll get more power and more speed out of the board when you're already doing that 18 to 20 miles per hour. So just like here, when I'm already cruising through cars and I have to slow down temporarily, and then I have to yank the throttle to get out of there or get in between a car, that's when I need that power. Even without traffic or riding with other friends, it just feels good to cruise. And then if you want to yank on the throttle and feel more power and speed, it's a good feeling. It's not just about straight line high speed. So depending on your board's power, its speed, and basically the way it's tuned, it depends on what you want when it comes to the pulley. When I'm off-roading, I prefer a 58 or 60T pulley. If a board doesn't have a crazy amount of power, but it doesn't lack top speed, I'll do something in the middle like a 55T. Now, as for these new Evolve tires, I personally think they're very underrated and very much slept on. I don't think a lot of people know about these tires. 20 bucks is not expensive, but it's certainly not cheap, but I think they're worth every single penny. Now, keep in mind, with the smaller wheelbase, your acceleration goes up, but your top speed goes down. So that's another good reason to utilize 47T. Now, let's let the footage talk and listen to the grip of these wheels. Check it out. So let's compare a little bit. All the way to the left, you have the A-Stack 7.5-inch tire. Then you have the 165mm airless cloud wheel. Then you have the old school 7-inch tire. Then you have the meepo 7-inch tire. Then you have the old school 6-inch Evolve. Then you have the Sunmates. Then you have the Hodas, which were my favorite tire. Then next to that, you have the old school Metro 155. Then you have the airless shaboardz wheels. Then you have the BKP version 2 wheels, and then the new Evolve 6-inch tires. In my personal opinion, the 6-inch Evolve tires beat them all. Now, I don't think any of these tires are bad. I think the old school Evolve 6 inches and the Sunmate 6-inch tires always came pretty unbalanced. That being said, I still put the 6-inch Hodas a close second. Now, besides the old school Evolve tire having unbalanced issues, the grip was very good, but it actually wore out pretty damn quick. With the new 6-inch Evolves, it seems like it's taking a beating and it's not wearing down too much. As for the Evolve 7-inch knobbies, these wear down fairly quick, but they're great for off-roading. They're not too big, they're not too chunky, and yet still they grip very well off-roading. Now, I get asked a lot about the BKB tires. I don't love them, but I don't hate them. The reason why I don't love them is their treading pattern is so aggressive. You feel that underneath your feet. That's why I like the Hodas and the Evolve so much, because it has a smoother surface rather than this kind of tready pattern that you feel underneath your feet. So I feel like the smoother surface on the tire is better for grip. Also, the BKB tires are quite hard. I don't really mind a little bit of a harder feeling because when a tire wall is thinner, it will have more grip, but the consequences is having a little bit of a harder ride. So that's not exactly a deal breaker for me. I just think the treading pattern is more of a knobby kind of off-roading feel, and you feel that on the concrete. Speaking of off-roading, these 6-inch tires did very well off-roading. I beat them up, I put them to the test, and they did perfectly fine. Are they as good as a 7-inch or 8-inch knobby tire? Of course not, but they can still handle a good amount of off-roading. Check it out. Final thoughts. Out of the 3 years I've been e-skating, I've seen tons of DIYs utilizing Evolve tires, whether it's the old school 6-inch or the old school 7-inch or the new Hayden 7-inch. A lot of them are pretty much happy with it. Like I said, the older models have some balancing issues, but with these, I had zero balancing issues. They're holding the grip extremely well, and they show very little signs of wear. I'm literally trying to break traction with these tires, and they won't break. I think that is awesome. I also highly recommend their 47T, given they're the only e-skate company with a 47T pulley that matches the hub. Thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Have a good one, guys.